Sir.
All right, thank you.
How was practice today?
It was good. A lot of good energy. It was some good weather. Feeling good, ready to go.
How's the mood like with the team this week?
It's good. We got back on the win column, and it's hard to win games, and having Coach Taylor instill all this good energy, that's why the front of the windshield is big, and then the rearview mirror is small. You just gotta look forward and just take it day by day, and just try to win where you're at, be where your feet are.
What does it say about this team that with a couple of tough losses you were able to come back and play as well as they did Saturday?
It just shows we're resilient. You're going to lose some in life. It's how you get up is going to define who you are. How are you going to teach your kids? Bad things going to happen. You just got to look forward, take it day by day, and win the day you're at.
To ask you about your role here, obviously it's increased significantly the last few games. When did you know that was going to be the case?
It was kind of just, always staying ready, and when the opportunity presented itself in the Rice game, and I just took it as best I could, and just, having Chase by my side is a significant advantage. He really helps me out a lot, and it was a good experience.
Is that tough at all? You start the game thinking you're going to be just on kickoff and then you're kicking field goals.
It's as a player, you're always ready. That's what practice is for, and you never know what's going to happen. And my job is just to stay ready.
What are the emotions like of knowing you've been able to answer the call and go 5 for 5 between these two games?
You can never get too high, you can never get too low. You just got to stay steady Eddie. You should put your foot on the ball, and if it goes through, great. If it doesn't, just next kick.
How do you describe the mindset and the approach to the last couple of years to being the kickoff specialist? What does it take to thrive in that role?
It's as being the kickoff specialist and not the field goal kicker. You can zoom out. You can kind of zoom out and use your perspective and learn a lot more because there's no pressure really. In terms of field goal, you can truly learn. Like when I was behind Sackett, I had my notepad out. I was just learning his routines, and Chase, of course, he came from Bama and he was with Reichard. I'd be dumb not to use those resources. So just, having a learner's mindset and a walk-on mentality and just keep my head down and work.
What are some of those things that you take notes on or that you really learned doing that?
Just routines, like perspective. Just immaturity. You have a carbon copy right in front of you. You need it, in my opinion, it's very important that you use that.
Have you figured that out for yourself? Are you comfortable with your own routine at this point?
Yeah, I'm very confident. And I've asked a lot of questions, done a lot of research, and just a lot of watching the guy in front of me, and making some tweaks here and there. But I feel great about it.
When you say research, is that like seeing how other guys handle it?
Yeah, just always watching. Watching the other guys, watching our guys. In the kicking world, we're like it's like a group. Like we're always kind of like picking each other's brains and just trying to figure out how to get a little bit better.
What is your kicking background? Like when did you start doing this, and what did you do before?
So I was kind of I just played as much sports as I can growing up. I started kicking seriously in probably my freshman year of high school. I played, like I said, as much as I could play, but once I kind of figured out, I was a soccer guy as well, so that's really my background. Once I kind of figured out I could possibly do something with this, I put it on full throttle for sure.
Yeah, and what led you to UTSA in San Antonio?
Coach Traylor. I'm a small town East Texas guy, and in those small towns, you take care of your own, and I got that vibe immediately when I met Coach Taylor. It was just kind of like home away from home, so it felt good.
He said if we asked you, you'd be able to tell us about PNG's rivalry game this week.
I'm not trying to jinx anything. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. But the boys are going to bring home the trophy this week. We'll see.
You still keep a close eye on that?
Oh yeah. My neighbor is the RB1, so I'm in it. I'm ready.
I know he also mentioned to us that it was kind of a competition for the kicking spot, that you've been sort of pushing for this job for a while now.
Yep.
Just what was the process like of kind of going through that competition and trying to stake your claim to the job?
Yeah, I just trying to put my best foot forward, and Chase as well. And that's one thing about Chase I'm going to commend him on. He's a significant teammate. Iron sharpens iron. He's a great kicker, and without him pushing me and without me pushing him, we elevate each other so much. And at the end of the day, it's just knuckle on knuckle, just competing. And our relationship on the field is great, and off the field is even better. So that was one thing that I very, very professional, I would say.
It seemed like you were in line, if nothing else, to take the job next year. Is it meaningful to you to kind of be ahead of schedule to have this opportunity now?
I mean, it's, the sooner you're on the field, obviously, the better. The more experience you get. But I don't know God's timing, but whenever His timing was in place, I was going to make it my goal to be ready for it, no matter what.
Is it fair to say when you first got here, maybe the accuracy wasn't as consistent as you wanted it to be?
I mean, it's just maturity. I mean, it's hard to say, like, I don't know if you call it non-special teamers, like the amount of gain you can make in one's head.
Right.
I mean, coming in my freshman year, I mean, I just wanted to watch the football. I wanted to watch. I mean, I was playing every now and then, but I was ready to watch the football. Now coming in, knowing I can play, it's a good feeling. You
mentioned the head part of it. How much of the mental aspect is in your position specifically?
I mean, it's like 85, 90% mental, 10% strength. I mean, it's hitting the same ball from 20 yards that you can hit from 60 yards. It's all mental. And whoever can match the mental game, you put a lot of points on the board.
What was it like having your first kick of the season be 50-plus yards in front of 100,000 people at Texas?
I mean, it was an experience for sure, but in my head, like I said, I'm just trying to keep it, just myself on the field, no one in the stands. I mean, if you were to ask me to recall anything about that situation, I was just looking at the spot, a single blade of grass, and just trying to give it my best foot.
I know you really nailed the first one there. Was it a little bit deflating when that didn't count, or kind of what was the reaction in the moment?
Well, in the moment, I mean, like I said, I don't know why God made Coach Trail call that timeout, but, it was a good experience for me. I told him after the game, I mean, I'm glad you did, because I've never been ice before. Like, I guess I don't know if you can call it that, but, that helped me, and when another head coach calls a timeout, from now on, I'm good. Like, I've felt that before. And to feel it in front of 105,000 people, that's good. Yes, it was bad, but I mean, that's another block in my head. I'm going to keep going up.
What's your max range, you think?
I usually draw my line about 60, 61, usually. Ground has a factor, elevation, wind. It's just at any point given time.
How comfortable are you with the whole operation now, snap, hold, kick, compared to when you first kind of stepped into this role earlier this year?
The amount of work we do, I'm very confident. I mean, it's just the 10,000 rep rule. I mean, you can never get enough. So I feel pretty good about it.
Good deal.
Awesome.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Sir.